Hi all, Ted here in beautiful Côte St. Luc, Canada. I recently finished playing Weapons Throwing RPG 2, and I've been looking around for another game to play. I wanted to briefly show you this game, Battleheart, that I've been trying out. Battleheart is an RPG. Well, nice focus. It's an RPG. You have a party. Right now I've got, you can have up to 4 characters in your party. You can have fewer if you want. And if you have extra characters, you can store them in this place called the Keep. So right now I have 2 fighting style guys, a cleric and a wizard. The cleric and this fighting guy you start with, but you can change your guys as you go. In particular, in the tavern, you can hire some different people. Okay. I initially hired, not initially, but early in the game, hired this guy, a barbarian. But then I found I didn't like him very much because he didn't have good armor. So then I hired the Black Knight, and I've been happier since then. It's quite a simple game, which is what I like. I like games that don't have a steep learning curve, that I like games that you can just hop onto very quickly and play for a few minutes. I'll show how the fighting works in just a second, and the progression through the map. But in the town here, the other things that you can do are select skills for your guys. So every 5 levels, a new skill rung opens up, and you can actually switch anytime you like between the different skills on that rung. At least you can switch while you're in town. That's at the academy. The merchant is a place where you can buy things. So right now there's nothing too interesting to buy. But I've bought armor here and some weapons. But you can also find armor and weapons and staves and so on when you battle. And the armory is where you go to just put equipment on and so on. So my character here, the shepherd, or not the shepherd, he's a knight. His name is Shepherd. Is using right now a long sword, which I bought at the merchants at one point, a mithril plate, which I also bought at the merchants, a glove of thief, which I think I found after a fight, and a regeneration ring. Okay, and similar equipment here. Cleric has totally different equipment. They're not allowed to wear those kinds of armors. In fact, the cleric doesn't fight at all. The cleric only heals, as you'll see in a minute, and here's the wizard. So if we go on battle, you can see that there's a map. This is some land, and the check marks are the one you've done, and the skulls are the ones you haven't done yet. I'll just demonstrate by going to a land that I've gone to before. That way I know what to expect, and I probably won't lose, as long as I pay attention. So in this game, you move your characters around the screen, and if you move them to an enemy, they start fighting that enemy. You don't have to press every single sword blow itself. I'm sort of drawing a line like this from my wizard to the skeleton. It means he'll be attacking with his fireball spell. When enemies get engaged, they will fight that person. I'm going to use my cleric. My cleric's skill is to heal. So when I draw the line from here to my Black Knight, he starts healing the Black Knight, and he just keeps doing that. Whoops. Sometimes things get a little confusing when your guys are all standing on top of each other. The skeleton is someone bigger, more interesting. So there's also special skills, including the shield. The cleric can cast a shield. The wizard has this extra powerful fireball. The wizard can also freeze or slow down enemies, and so on. Oops, my cleric is getting attacked. See, the cleric never fights, only heals. This fighting goes on for, a couple minutes. That's how long a screen lasts typically. I'll get my healer out here if I can. Start healing my knight. I also have this group heal spell. It heals everybody. Whoops, what happened to... Oh, there's my Black Knight. I couldn't even see him for a second there. Now my wizard's in trouble. He's going to run away. It takes a bit of coordination, as you can see. Ouch, I don't want my wizard pounded by that guy. My guys have pretty good armor, so they don't get hurt too much. That's my... Oh, there we go. So that's the end. You always get some gold, you get some weapon or equipment or something, and then you get some experience, and of course, when you have enough experience, you go up a level, like that. So that's battling. And I always, when I come back, I check the merchant, because the merchant often has different goods that you can buy. See, there's a long sword, which we didn't see there before, but I already have it. And some other things. So that's the game, pretty simple, enjoyable, and I'm giving it a try. If you have any other games that you want to recommend, let me know in the comments.